Okay. Hey guys, back with another video with Aaron here. We're going to be discussing the AFC Nations League, which just we just found out about this morning that got confirmed by AFC. So, Aaron, thanks for joining.
Yeah, glad to be back again. Yeah, this AFC Nations League is a very interesting development here. Definitely, I have personally been a fan or an advocate of the AFC forming some sort of Nations League, kind of like the European model. Um, so yeah, I think this will be a very positive um, development for Asian football, I think overall. Uh, I think it just you these teams will play more competitive games and especially at the bottom, in those like group C or D tiers, I think teams that really need competitive games to develop, um, I think they have more of an opportunity to do that. And in the long term, that should definitely improve Asian football as a whole. So I think we can only really see it as a positive. Um, but the format is also going to be important in how it, plays out.
Yeah, I think what you said is 100% true. For teams, when you look at League A, only teams like, Japan, Iran's been struggling to do this. Korea's done this better than us, and Australia's done this pretty well. But getting friendlies has been tough. And if you're anything below those guys, like C, D, B, like in these teams, like you said, you're realistically not getting any friendly or any good friendlies. So this just like gives you a chance to get some. I think that the only team that may be upset about this is maybe Japan because they have been getting a lot of like good European friendlies, and if they do end up with like hypothetically like a group of like Uzbekistan and Iraq, they may be frustrated that we could have used that to play like hypothetically Spain, which I know UEFA has its own Nations League, so probably wasn't that likely, but maybe they could have had some better teams. But overall, I'm excited to see, like you said, I'm excited to see the format, and hopefully it can be kind of like it'll be like a mini, Asian Cup where somebody will actually win the League A, one. Um, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
no, yeah, go ahead.
Another benefit, I mean, as a Korea national team fan,
Yep.
you want to play the best teams in Asia.
Yeah.
And we've played Iran a lot, over the last few World Cup qualifiers. This year was like the first time that we haven't played Iran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
True.
we got a lot of reps against Iran. We've played Australia a few times in friendlies and at the Asian Cup. But we haven't played much of Japan, and
Yep.
a lot of our last meetings against Japan have not gone very well. I think the last time we played, you know, a senior national team match against Japan was a 3-0 loss back in 2021 in a friendly match. I don't think Son played in that one, but either way, we've kind of been Japan has kind of dominated us in the last few meetings, and I don't know. We're supposed to be huge rivals, but we haven't played a meaningful game against Japan uh, probably since the 2011 Asian Cup. So
Wow.
um, I think the Nations League just provides more opportunities for the best teams to play each other. So I think that benefits the top of Asia, and that also benefits the middle and lower tier teams just to play more competitive games. So. And promotion and relegation should definitely help motivate teams to try and win these games as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's fair. I didn't know it's been that long since you guys have played Japan though in like a serious game.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a long, long time.
Okay. Um, so I mean that should be like you said, I think it's a good opportunity for even the big guys then, the big team, so should be fun. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some of the drawbacks of this format, as you mentioned already. Um, might take some opportunities for to play other continents, teams from other continents, in friendly matches. Uh,
Yeah,
so it's a bit of a trade-off there, but ultimately, I think as long as you're playing competitive games, I think that always can be beneficial to everyone. So
absolutely. Absolutely. We have so on the screen right now, we have again, we don't know the format, but we have like a projected bracket. So not asking any predictions, but who do you think are the types of teams to be in League A? Maybe are there any changes uh that you would
yeah,
have or whatever you want to talk about, feel free.
yeah. I mean, these are based on the FIFA rankings, and I think that's a good place to start, even if they're not the most accurate.
Yeah.
Looking at these tiers, it looks pretty good. I just don't know how the three groups of four format really works out there. But yeah, looking at this League A, that looks like a fun group of 12 teams there. Definitely some strong teams there. Uh, yeah, it looks like let's see, the top team in League B is at Palestine. I want to
Uh
say that's Palestine.
yes, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Um, so yeah, that League B definitely looks like a good second tier with a lot of good teams, but maybe teams that are trying to get into that top tier category. So yeah, I think that gives a lot of these League B teams here good opportunity to really be competitive and improve.
Yeah, I think same thing as you as well. It's just
Yeah,
I think it just came out so early on that we're kind of like speculating on everything. Like we don't have the format. We don't know what's going on. Like it was a rumor though for a while.
yeah.
Even like CONCACAF I think, right, has a Nations League.
Yes, CONCACAF has a Nations League too.
Does Africa have a Nations League?
I don't think so,
Okay, Africa. And then
but they have their like AFCON like every 2 years. So,
okay.
um, but yeah, I think since the Asian Cup's every 4 years, I think a Nations League would be uh would be beneficial. And yeah, in terms of the format, I probably would prefer something a little different.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure what that is exactly, but we have
Yeah.
I believe we have less teams than UEFA, or maybe we have a similar amount of teams, but either way, yeah, it would be a format change could be better.
UEFA versus
Okay,
AFC Nationals teams number. Oh, yeah, you're right. 50,
55 versus 47.
but
Yeah,
47.
fairly similar. It's fairly
Yeah.
similar there. Um,
So, I mean, we got 47. You
but
would think like 48 could get you like this, but maybe four. But
yeah, I mean, I think from this account, Team Nuss Extra, it says League A winners plus runners up advance to the quarterfinals. I think quarterfinals are just too much, especially for a Nations League where
yeah.
you don't have a lot of opportunities to play. The windows are probably going to be limited.
Yep.
It's probably going to be just like first place, like the winners of each group
Yep.
in League A, so
Yep.
three,
Yep.
and probably the best runner up to join them in the semis. I think that's how they do it in Europe and CONCACAF. But
Yeah.
yeah, just trying to fit this into the international schedule will be interesting to see.
Yeah. 100% agree. I think even the World Cup qualifying is going to take up a lot in Asia, and it usually does take up a lot of windows. So I don't know. I actually don't know how they do this. Like, and also one thing is, like in UEFA, if you win like whatever league you win, B, C, D, A, then they help you with the World Cup qualifying if you don't get in, right? Like,
Yeah,
do we do that? Do you think AFC will do that or
yeah, that's a really, interesting question there. I'm not sure if it's been announced, right, that it'll be incorporated into the qualification
yeah,
format or system, but yeah, I would prefer this to be a separate thing from World Cup qualifying.
yeah,
Although that is what gives, the World Cup qualifying for Europe, that's what gives teams a little more motivation to try in the Nations League. And so I think that gives
yeah,
them more of an incentive to win these games, take these games seriously.
yeah,
So that could be something to consider if teams aren't really taking it seriously.
yeah. It would be like kind of funny if I mean, I'm assuming like a League B team like China or somebody like, they finished last in their group, but they make it to that final round of qualifying because they won their Nations League or something like that. Would be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what happened to Sweden in Europe, right? They had
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
terrible World Cup qualifying cycle, but they got promoted from whatever league they were in the Nations League. So they're in the playoff. Yeah, it's that just doesn't really feel right to me, but at the same time, it does
Yeah.
give the teams, more motivation to try.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
an interesting dilemma there.
Yeah, I think they have a lot to sort out with the formatting and maybe their announcement was a little bit premature because now like they're like something is coming, which I guess is good to know, but nobody knows what's coming, so would have been
Right.
good to announce it like, oh, this is how we're doing it, like not just like, oh, we're gonna do something, but it's a good Christmas gift, I guess, to be honest. It was pretty exciting, so
I guess so. I mean, I guess should come out in the next few days or so. Hopefully, more details on the news. But
yeah.
ultimately, I like the direction they're going in. At least I think it's the correct direction. Um, but we'll see. Hopefully, the gap closes from the top of Asia to the bottom,
Yeah.
and that'll only help. You know, I'm a big believer that a more competitive, region from top to bottom, that helps the top teams too. Like that helps a
Yeah.
Korea or an Iran,
Yeah.
just playing tougher games. Every cycle will should prepare us better for World Cups too. Even though that might give us a little more stress, but in the
Yeah.
qualification.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I forgot to ask you about that I read in one of the comments in the morning was what do you think about a potential East-West split? Somebody was saying like they hope it doesn't happen because obviously they would just limit you to a certain amount of teams, but with the travel involved for all these teams, if they have to constantly go East and West on all these windows, maybe AFC elects to do an East-West type thing. What do you think about that?
Um, yeah, for travel purposes, I think that could make sense. I just don't think, at that point, maybe just don't have a Nations League. I don't know. I think that would kind of defeat the purpose of AFC Nations League. It is an interesting idea, though. That's what they do for the Asian Champions League. But I think, yeah, I mean, teams have to travel anyways, so I think why not just keep it as it is?
Yeah, I agree with you. And actually, I'm looking at League A, and I'm like Japan, Korea, and I guess Australia would be the only East teams. So okay, it probably most likely won't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think there are far more
yeah,
West teams or
yeah,
teams
yeah,
that qualify for or should be categorized as West.
yeah,
It might just be too complicated, honestly.
yeah. Agreed. Yeah. So that was an interesting comment that somebody had made, but doesn't seem like it has any shot, or hopefully doesn't have any shot. So we can actually see everybody play each other regardless of where they are.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Ultimately, just more competitive games in Asia is a good thing. Uh, a lot of those smaller teams just they barely play any games because they just lose early on in the World Cup qualification process, and so yeah, I think those lower teams will definitely enjoy more competition and
Yeah.
more opportunities to grow.
Absolutely. No, 100%. Looking forward to it, and hopefully we can get the format soon so we can actually do like a prediction video on League A in the future.
Absolutely, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Um, okay, Aaron, anything else you want to discuss here? If not, that's pretty much all I had for this one.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I think we covered pretty much everything. Uh, yeah, I think it just in conclusion, I'm excited for this Nations League um, development here, and yeah, I think overall it's going to be a big positive for Asian football. I know maybe not a ton of people, or maybe some people won't agree,
Yeah,
especially with maybe some of the top teams, right? The
yeah,
top national teams in Asia, but overall, I think it's beneficial.
yep. Well, I agree. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate all your thoughts and perspectives, and thanks for joining us on this video as well.
Oh yeah, appreciate you having me here again, and always
Of, cou-
enjoy the conversations.
of course. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching.